What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Q that Rude Boy, aka TheWavMan, man. And we back at it like crack addicts. You already know how I'm rocking, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And stop playing with me. Look, as you guys could just tell, I just gave y'all that lighter, man. You know what that means. It's Lil Wayne vocal effect tutorial time, man. The remix, baby. You feel me? Yeah, that was kind of terrible. But you know what time it is, man. So we're about to get into this D6 vocal effect tutorial. You already know. Touch gang. Drop that especially got good brain. And I smoke so much gas, you call it propane. Whoa. If y'all didn't check out that remix I did on the channel, it should be somewhere up here. Like, just check it out.
I'm sorry, that's my psychic. I'm sorry.
That Jones fire after this video, by the way. But before we get into the video, you already know what we gotta do. We gotta shout out this Wave gang. You already know how we rockin', man. The first person I want to shout out is It's a God. That's my guy. He's day one. You already know how I'm rocking, man. Shout out you. You left a little ass comment on the Instagram. You already know how we rocking. The next person I want to shout out is Haitian Sweetheart. You know who you is. Day one. Facts. Your family. We in this brang dang thing. If you want to shout out, make sure you head to my Instagram and leave a comment. You already know how we rocking, man. By the way, I want you guys to tell me how much times I do this during the video. And if you guys can tell me how much times I do that, leave a comment and say stop playing with me, and I'll choose somebody. And leave your Instagrams as well. I'm gonna choose somebody. I'm gonna shout you out on my Instagram story. You already know how we rocking. Let's get into this brang dang 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 dang. That way. All right, let's get into the brang dang dang. This is how it sounds, y'all. Yeah. Touch gang. Drop that especially got good brain. And I smoke so much gas, you call it propane. And I hit so many girls I never got a name. And she said she could take the whole thing. And she said that she got a whole man. It's Tunchi gang. Let's get right into this vocal effect tutorial, man. We're gonna start off with the main vocal effect. First things first, if you want to sound like Lil Wayne, auto-tune, okay? For the auto-tune I was working in, Lil Wayne does have a lot of auto-tune, so I just boosted that thing up. So you see these zeros right here. Zero, you heard? You heard? Like, we got them zeros in this jump. So retune speed to 0, humanize to 0, because we want this as robotic as possible. Because when you're rapping in general, the auto-tune doesn't have a lot of time to pick up on the notes because you're saying so much things. It's not like you're holding a note out. So the auto-tune has to be activated the most in order to actually sound like it has auto-tune on it. So for this beat, like I tell you in every video, the beat, whatever the beat is, it has a key that the beat is made in. So that is what determines what key and scale you're in. So for this, we have the auto-tune in F major. And I did an alto tenor. That's just for the tone, you know what I'm saying? After we did that, sounds like this. I'll play it with and without, so you guys can hear what the auto-tune does.
Man.
Yeah. Tunchi gang. Drop that especially got good brain. And I smoke so much gas, you call it propane. And I hit so many girls I never got a name. And she said she could take the whole thing. And she said that she got a whole man. As you can see, what that does, it just throws it a little bit more robotic-y. You know, it doesn't change your voice, but it does add that effect that we're looking for. And notice I said add that effect. It's an effect. It's not changing your voice. We use it as an effect. Next thing, they use the Maximus, and we just basically DS the vocal just to take the sibilants out. That's the S's. So we just went here, preset, DS narrowband. Got that thing looking very right. You heard? Okay. Next thing we did, we got the fruity parametric EQ. Now, there was with Lil Wayne vocals, his vocals are very crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like his vocals cut through the mix extremely. So what we did was we did a pretty nice high pass cut. We did a high pass cut at 156. We also did a actual cut, band cut, in the 250 range. This is to take out more bass out of my voice. So I was trying to get the Lil Wayne effect. So my voice is a little deeper. Lil Wayne does have a deep voice too, but when he raps, he kind of be up in that higher tone range, you know? So I cut out at 250. I did a frequency sweep, and I found my bass range at 250, as well as there was a boxy range at about 500. So I wanted to take that out as well, which also minimized my voice. So just to get a higher kind of tone. And also what I did for this, since it's Lil Wayne, like I said,
his vocals are very apparent. So what we did was we boosted 3 places. We boosted in the 1200 range, just a little boost, you know what I'm saying? We also boosted in the 4000 range, and we did another boost at 13K. And that was all the EQ we needed. We didn't do 2 EQs on this one. So that's all the EQs we did on here. So this is how that looks. And yep. So I'm gonna play this with and without the EQ.
Man.
Yeah. Tons of gang, 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 tons of gang. Drop that, it's 'cause she got good brain. And I smoke so much gas, she call it propane. And I hit so many girls, I never got a name. And she said she could take the whole thing.
As you guys can hear, that's how that ding, ding, ding sounds. Next thing we did, we have to obviously compress. I believe compressing is one of the main things of vocal quality, period. So if you guys are feeling like your vocals aren't coming out how it sounds and you think you say, I got my EQ down, it's the compressor. The compressor was the last thing I truly learned how to do correctly. So pay attention, compress. All right, so the first thing we did was we changed the type to vintage. We did a 8:8 ratio. This is pretty fast. We got one a fast ratio, so it kicks in as soon as possible. And the threshold, we did a negative 37.5, and we did an 8:1 ratio. And we boosted the gain 7.2 to basically compensate for the loss output level, you know. So that's what we pretty much did. So that's for the compressor right there. Next thing we used was a limiter. So this is a limiter, but I use this also as a compressor as well. So these are the values right here. Basically, this is basically the ceiling, the threshold where we put it, because
Man.
Yeah. Tons of gang, 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 tons of gang.
as you can see, this one right here, that's basically where it was cutting because it was going over a certain threshold and it pushed it back down volume-wise. So when we're talking about dynamic range, that's compressors, that's de-essers, that's limiters, anything that control the dynamic range and stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically what that did right there. So
Man.
Yeah. Tons of gang, tons.
So that's just taking out the levels, you know, bringing it back to a certain level, because your volumes, if you do not have any compression, will be bouncing from low to high, and it will hurt your ears. It will just sound sloppy, unorganized. So that's what we want with that. Next thing we did, we used the Soundcloudizer. Now, I used the Soundcloudizer just to really make it sit outside the mix. So I'm gonna play with and without it. We used the C preset, and we went about a little under halfway. So let's play that.
Man.
Yeah. Tons of gang, 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 tons of gang. Drop that, it's 'cause she got good brain. And I smoke so much gas, she call it propane. And I hit so many girls, I never got a name. And she said she could take the whole thing. And she said that she got a whole man. It's tons of gang, tons of gang, tons of gang. Tons of gang.
Yerp. Next thing we did, that was basically it. And the next thing we did, we went to the Fruity Reverb, just to let it sit in the mix a little bit more, because it was a little bit too much in the face. So what I use the reverb is to make it basically sit a little further back in the mix and make it sit right in the beat, you know what I'm saying? So we just got a default reverb and played with it a little bit, and that's what we came to. And after that, we just used the delay. Like I always tell you guys, make sure when you're using your delays, you want to put them on time. Don't just have them delaying any time. Like, they have to be on time. So this is what I used. And when you want to put it on time, you adjust the time accordingly. You feel me? And if you happen to set your BPM to the actual BPM of the beat before you started the session, because if you change the BPM after the session and you started recording, your vocals are going to be off. But if you did it before, usually when you move this time to 12 o'clock, it should be on point. So that's a little key thing right there, man. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, we just have a main vocal on there, straight rap, because you already know Lil Wayne's the GOAT. And we had to light him up one time for you, man. Remix, baby. Yeah. But look, that's the end of the vocal tutorial, man. I want you guys to follow me once again at Q.Ruboy on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and comment who y'all want to hear next. Yo, stop playing me, man. I got a surprise for y'all coming real soon, man. The Wave's Monopoly way. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me and stop playing with me. You know how we in these videos, man. Dunzos!